This October, a miniature satellite, known as a CubeSat, is scheduled to orbit the Moon, and it was built entirely by students. It's part of mission ShakthiSAT, the world's first global all-girls lunar mission, lifting off from the Satish Dhawan Space Center in Sriharikota. Usually, international space missions recruit from a very specific pool, highly funded academic institutions with elite resources. But one of the key participants behind this lunar mission is 14-year-old Kandula Jessie, who studies in a standard government school classroom in rural Dalaswaram, Andhra Pradesh. Her father earns a modest living as a carpenter. In fact, financial constraints recently forced the family to pull Jessie out of private school and move her into the public system. A teenager without deep financial resources or early academic advantages is now helping to design hardware for the Moon. It challenges our assumptions about where aerospace talent actually comes from. For students in rural areas, massive global STEM initiatives usually go unnoticed. You can't apply for a program you've never heard of. Jessie's baseline exposure to science happened entirely inside her government school's Atal Tinkering Lab, a local space meant to introduce students to basic innovation. That's where her physical science teacher, Manimala, noticed her constant participation. Manimala saw a spark and took it upon herself to register Jessie for the ShakthiSAT program. Jessie even recruited 8 friends to join her, but they hit an immediate wall. The online coursework had already started, and the registration window was closed. Instead of accepting the lockout, Manimala directly contacted the program coordinators. She successfully lobbied them to grant Jessie a rare second chance to enter the curriculum late. Raw potential requires an ecosystem to thrive. Without an observant teacher willing to fight for her access, Jessie's path to space would have ended before it began. The program attracted nearly 12,000 students from 108 different countries. The coursework required surviving 21 modules across 550 sessions, forcing a 14-year-old to master the physics of propulsion and thermodynamics typically reserved for university programs. Jessie had to tackle this immense workload while simultaneously studying for her high-stakes Class 10 board exams. Every day after her regular school hours ended, she logged into the online classes. The concepts were often far beyond her current education level, but she kept showing up. She navigated the knowledge gap through sheer attrition. She put in the hours and ground her way through complex physics that she simply hadn't been prepared for. The final hurdle was a live 1-hour evaluation with international space scientists and mission coordinators. For a rural student, this presented an enormous communication barrier. The entire interview and the defense of her technical knowledge had to be conducted in English. To prepare, Jessie spent her remaining free time watching educational videos and working directly with her teachers to refine her speaking skills and build her confidence. The preparation paid off. Out of the original 12,000 global applicants, Jessie became one of just 20 Indian students chosen for the lunar mission. In fact, she is the only student selected from the entire state of Andhra Pradesh. Her next stop is New Delhi for National Space Day. There, she will begin hands-on training with working scientists, designing the satellite and developing its payload for the October launch. For Jessie, this mission is a stepping stone. Her ultimate goal is to join the Indian Space Research Organization as a career scientist and to financially support her parents. When organizations like Space Kids India actively create avenues for participation, a government school classroom becomes a launchpad. It shows that the next generation of elite scientists is out there, as long as we make the effort to look for them.